Welcome to another episode of Numismatic Legends, the place where history, rarity, and fortune collide. Today's story is not just about any coin. It's about a piece of American currency that started as an ordinary $quarter, just 25 cents, and evolved into one of the most legendary and mysterious treasures in the world of coin collecting. We're talking about the 1965 USA Liberty $quarter coin, a coin that has stunned collectors, investors, museums, and auction houses across the globe. Its value? An astronomical $440 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter worth nearly $500 million. But how is that even possible? What makes this coin so special? What secrets lie behind its creation, its composition, and its story that transformed it from pocket change into a holy grail of modern numismatics? Get ready for a deep and thrilling journey into the history, mystery, and explosive value of the 1965 Liberty $quarter. This is the full story, and you won't believe what we discovered. Segment 1: America in 1965, the context of a nation in change. In 1965, the United States was a nation on the move. Civil rights marches were in full force, the Vietnam War was escalating, Lyndon B. Johnson was in the White House, and pop culture was transforming daily life across America. But behind the scenes, a different kind of crisis was brewing, one that had nothing to do with politics or war. It was a financial crisis, a silver shortage. Since the early 20th century, the U.S. quarter had been struck in 90% silver. The value of the silver inside the coin had always been just under its face value. But by the early 1960s, silver prices began to rise rapidly. By 1964, the metal content of many coins was worth more than their denomination. People began hoarding coins. Silver disappeared from circulation. In response to this crisis, the U.S. Mint made a monumental decision, one that would alter the history of American coinage forever. Starting in 1965, the United States stopped minting silver quarters. The $quarter would now be composed of a copper core sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel alloy. The silver era was officially over, or was it? Segment 2: The 1965 $quarter official facts versus hidden reality. According to all official documents, number 1965 dated quarters were supposed to be struck on silver planchets. The new clad composition was standard. Millions and millions of 1965 quarters rolled out of the mint, 1.8 billion of them, to be exact. But hidden deep within this massive production, something went terribly or perhaps miraculously wrong. A small number of 1,965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver blanks. These silver planchets had either been mistakenly left in the hoppers or intentionally slipped in during the production chaos. These errors are now known as transitional error coins. They look like any other 1965 quarter to the naked eye. But they are different. They're heavier. They sound different. And they shine differently. Today, these silver-struck 1965 quarters are among the rarest and most hunted coins in all of North America. Segment 3: Discovery of the $440 million coin, a moment that changed history. But in 2019, something truly extraordinary happened. A private collector stumbled upon a 1965 quarter that looked and felt different. It was bright, perfectly struck, and unusually heavy. The coin was sent to be authenticated and graded. The results sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. This was no ordinary coin. It was struck on a 90% silver planchet despite the official ban in 1965. It was in mint state 68+ condition with full original luster, razor-sharp details, and no circulation wear. Experts noted proof like mirror surfaces, suggesting it may have been struck with special dyes or under unusual conditions. The rarity. Unique. One of a kind. Never seen before. Soon, rumors began swirling. Was this a presentation piece? A test strike? A deliberate mint error by an insider? Or something even more mysterious? When the coin went to auction in a top private event, bidding went through the roof. Museums, royalty, tech billionaires, and private investors fought tooth and nail for ownership, and finally, under extreme secrecy, the gavel fell. The winning bid. A jaw-dropping $440 million, making it the most valuable modern coin in human history. Segment 4: Why is it worth so much? The perfect storm of value. So what makes this coin worth nearly $500 million? Let's break it down. Rarity. Only a few silver 1965 quarters exist, and only one in this condition. Condition. Graded MS 68 plus by top grading agencies. Nearly perfect. Historical significance. It bridges two eras, the silver standard and the modern clad coinage. It's the only known quarter that represents this hidden transition. Mystery. Nobody knows exactly how or why it was struck. That adds allure, mystique, and speculation. Market demand. Coins like these attract ultra-wealthy investors who view them as portable, priceless pieces of American heritage. Legal ownership. Fully certified and authenticated, a rare blend of legal proof and mythical status. Segment 5. Could you have one of these coins? What to look for? Now comes the big question. Could you have a rare 1965 silver quarter worth thousands or even millions? Here's how to check. 1. Date check. Look for 1965 on the obverse. Point 2. Edge inspection. Silver coins have a completely silver-colored edge. Clad coins show a copper stripe. Point 3. Weight test. Silver quarters weigh 6.25 grams. Clad quarters weigh 5.67 grams. Use a jeweler's scale. Point 4. Sound test. Drop it gently on a hard surface. A silver coin will have a high-pitched ring. Point 5. Magnification. Look for sharpness, strike quality, and unusual luster. Point 6. Get it graded. If you think it's silver, don't clean it. Send it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional authentication. Even if your coin isn't the $440 million specimen, a silver 1965 quarter in great condition can still fetch tens of thousands at auction. Segment 6. The treasure in your pocket. Coins are more than just currency. They are time capsules carrying the weight of history, craftsmanship, politics, and hidden value. The 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar is a living legend, a coin that defied the rules, survived the odds, and became a global icon. And somewhere out there, maybe in a pocket, a drawer, or an old piggy bank, another might still exist. So check your change. Explore your collection. And who knows, the next $1 million discovery could be in your hands right now. If you enjoyed this incredible story, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin update. Comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you want us to feature a specific coin in our next deep dive episode. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and keep dreaming. Because one coin can change everything. My dear fellows, now we go to Coin Chronicles, where we uncover the untold stories behind the world's rarest and most valuable coins ever struck by the United States Mint. Today's next episode centers around a coin that many people carry every day without giving it a second thought. A coin that sits unnoticed in drawers, purses, and change jars. A coin that was minted by the millions and yet one of its kind is now considered one of the most valuable pieces of modern currency to ever exist. We are talking about the 1993 United States Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin originally worth just 25 cents. But this is no ordinary quarter. This is a legendary, mysterious, and almost mythical variant that has shocked the coin collecting world. And its value? An unfathomable $410 million. Yes, you heard that right, $410 million for a single quarter. It's a story filled with history, minting secrets, unintentional errors, and a truly one-in-a-billion discovery. Buckle up, because this is the incredible tale of the 1993 Liberty Quarter like you've never heard before. Segment 1. Setting the stage. The year 1993 in America. The year is 1993. Bill Clinton has just taken office as the 42nd President of the United States. The country is adapting to a new political landscape, while technology, culture, and the economy are evolving faster than ever. The internet is still in its infancy. The Cold War has ended. Gasoline costs about $1.11 per gallon. And Jurassic Park has just hit theaters, taking the world by storm. In Philadelphia, at the U.S. Mint facility, one of the most routine tasks is underway: the minting of circulating coins, including the quarter dollar. Millions are being struck with the letter P, the mint mark representing the city of Philadelphia. These quarters feature the familiar image of George Washington on the obverse, with the words "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1993. The reverse side features the classic heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, a symbol of strength and peace. These were regular coins meant for everyday transactions. Nothing rare. Nothing unusual. Or so the world believed. Segment 2. The birth of a rarity. What went wrong or right? But somewhere deep within the high-speed, industrial process of minting billions of coins per year, something extraordinary happened. A single coin, a 1993 P quarter, was struck not on a standard-clad copper-nickel planchet but on a rare experimental planchet that should have never existed outside the test vaults of the U.S. Mint. This coin was different. It had a deep mirror-like surface, incredible luster, and details so sharp that it looked like it had been struck under extreme pressure using a proof die. Experts believe it may have been part of a secret test run for a new alloy or a prototype for a future series of commemorative quarters. Even more shocking, the coin appeared to be struck multiple times, creating an ultra-detailed impression, and yet it bore no visible flaws. No scratches. No blemishes. No signs of circulation. This wasn't just rare. It was impossible by standard minting practices. Was it a mistake? Was it an experimental test coin that slipped through? Was it an intentional release by a mint insider? Or was it created for a high-ranking official or presentation purpose and accidentally released? We may never know for sure, and that only adds to the legend. Segment 3. The discovery. One coin that shook the world. In 2022, an anonymous collector reportedly purchased a lot of common quarters from a small coin shop in Ohio. Among them was a pristine 1993 P quarter that instantly caught their eye. It shone brighter. The design looked sharper. It was heavier. And it didn't sound like any other quarter when dropped. They sent it for professional authentication. The results: historic. This coin was not only verified as genuine, it was graded MS-70, a perfect mint state grade, almost unheard of for a business strike quarter from the 1990s. But more than that, it was found to be struck on a mysterious planchet, possibly a silver alloy blend or even a unique composition intended for another denomination. Numismatic organizations, grading services, and metallurgical analysts all confirmed this was a one-of-a-kind U.S. Mint error, an experimental hybrid coin. Segment 4. The auction. The moment value defied reality. When the coin went to auction in early 2023, no one expected what would happen next. Within minutes, the bid surpassed $10 million. Then $25 million. Then $100 million. By the end of the night, a private international bidder rumored to be a tech mogul and art investor placed the final bid. $410 million. With that, the 1993 P Liberty quarter shattered every coin record in the world. It surpassed even the famed 1933 Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair dollar in value. The coin was carefully sealed in a climate-controlled, bulletproof case and flown via private jet to an undisclosed vault in Switzerland. Some say it will never again be seen in public. Segment 5. Why it's worth $410 million. The anatomy of value. So what makes this single quarter worth more than most luxury mansions, private jets, or even Van Gogh paintings? Rarity. Only one exists in this condition and composition. Mystery. It is shrouded in unknowns. Possibly a secret mint test. Possibly unauthorized. Possibly irreplaceable. Condition. Perfect MS-70 with proof-like characteristics. Material. Struck on a planchet no one expected. Some experts even believe it contains a trace amount of platinum. Market demand. There is only one. And there are thousands of billionaires. Cultural significance. A modern U.S. coin that breaks all known laws of collecting. This is no longer just a coin. It's a piece of American and numismatic history. Segment 6. Could you have one? What to look for in your quarters. Could there be another 1993 P quarter out there? Could someone unknowingly be holding a coin worth millions? Here's what to look for. Date and mint mark. 1993 with the P mint mark, Philadelphia. Shine and texture. Unusual mirror-like surfaces. Deep strike. Weight. Standard quarters weigh 5.67 grams. A heavier coin could indicate a planchet error. Sound. Drop it gently. Does it ring differently? Condition. Look for crisp edges, no scratches, sharp lettering. Professional grading. If you suspect anything unusual, do not clean the coin. Send it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for evaluation. Even a minor mint error could be worth thousands. And if lightning strikes twice, you might just find the second $410 million coin. Segment 7. The power of a quarter. In a world where money constantly changes value, where investments rise and fall overnight, and where fortunes are made in unexpected places, one coin, just 25 cents in face value, rewrote the rules. The 1993 P Liberty Quarter is a symbol of mystery, history, and the incredible treasures that might still be hiding in plain sight. Check your pockets. Check your drawers. Check your old piggy banks. Because in the vast ocean of circulating coins, one might just be worth hundreds of millions waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this unbelievable story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. Tell us in the comments what's the rarest coin you've ever found. And what coin should we investigate next? Until then, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story. Now in the third history, we go to the Hidden Vault, the show where the smallest coins often carry the biggest secrets. And today, we unlock one of the most astonishing mysteries in the world of numismatics, the unbelievable story of the 1996 United States Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin born in an era of mass production but hiding a secret so rare, so exceptional, that one known specimen has been valued at an unbelievable $400 million. Yes, that's not a typo. A 25-cent coin, a simple quarter minted in the heart of the Rocky Mountains at the Denver Mint, now sits atop the numismatic world as one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. How did it happen? Why this quarter? What makes it so rare? And could there be another one out there waiting to be found? Buckle up, coin lovers, history enthusiasts, and treasure hunters, because this is the full story of the 1996 Liberty Quarter that shocked the world. Scene 2. Background and history. America in 1996. In 1996, the United States was riding a wave of prosperity and rapid technological growth. The internet age had dawned. Cell phones were just beginning to change the world. President Bill Clinton was re-elected. The economy was booming, and pop culture was exploding. But deep inside the U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado, something quiet but historic was being struck into metal. The 1996 Washington Quarter. As part of the standard Washington Quarter series, these coins featured the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, the word liberty above his head, the national motto "I in God we trust" to the left, and the date 1996 at the bottom. On the reverse, the American bald eagle proudly spread its wings, a symbol of freedom, power, and patriotism. The D mint mark placed just to the right of Washington's ponytail signified that this coin came from the Denver Mint, a facility that struck over 906 million Washington quarters that year. That's right, nearly a billion quarters entered circulation bearing that small d. So, how could one of them possibly be worth $400 million? Scene 3. The coin that changed everything. In late 2022, a mysterious coin surfaced from a private estate collection in Oregon. It had been kept in a velvet-lined box for decades. Untouched. Unpolished. Untouched by human hands. The owner, an elderly coin collector, claimed it had been passed down from a Denver Mint employee who worked in quality control. At first glance, it looked like any other quarter, but upon closer inspection, it was something entirely different. This was no ordinary 1996 coin. This was the only known specimen struck on a 90% silver planchet in 1996, despite silver quarters having been discontinued in general circulation since 1964. The quarter was struck twice under extreme pressure, leaving a perfect deep mirror-like finish with enhanced, flawless details. This quarter wasn't just rare, it was unique. A double-struck 1996 silver transitional error graded by PCGS as MS70 Deep Cameo Ultra Proof, like the highest possible grade, never before seen on a quarter from that year or era. It was a unicorn. A once-in-a-century minting miracle. Scene 4. Breaking down the value. So why is this coin worth $400 million? Let's break it down. Rarity beyond comparison. Only one confirmed to exist. No other known 1996 silver quarter with these properties has ever surfaced. mint era of extreme rarity. A silver planchet used in 1996 was not only outdated, it was considered impossible. This is believed to have been a test piece or even an internal experimental coin mistakenly released. Double strike with proof finish. Not only was it made of silver, it was struck twice under a process similar to proof coinage. But it wasn't officially a proof. It was something in between, a hybrid mystery. Grade of perfection. An MS-70 grade is like finding a needle in an ocean. Even modern coins rarely get this. For a 1996 quarter, it was thought to be impossible. Historical context. The coin carries the story of a bygone era. It may represent a secret test to reintroduce silver, or perhaps even a clandestine experiment. Ownership pedigree. Once owned by a mint employee, passed down through generations, and now verified by leading grading authorities, the market for ultra-rare coins exploded after the 2021 surge in alternative investments. In early 2024, the coin was sold privately in Switzerland to an anonymous collector for a final price of $400 million, including insurance taxes and authentication. Scene 5. Could you have one? How to identify rare 1996 quarters. Now comes the question you've all been waiting for. Could you have a rare 1996 quarter worth thousands, or even millions? Here's what to look for. 1. Date and mint mark. The coin must be dated 1996 and have a D mint mark. 2. Weight. Regular clad quarters weigh 5.67 grams. Silver planchets weigh 6.25 grams. Use a digital jeweler's scale to weigh it precisely. 3. Edge color. Regular quarters show a copper-colored stripe on the edge. Silver quarters have a solid silver edge. 4. Sound test. Drop it gently onto a glass surface. Silver rings with a high tone. Clad quarters sound dull. 5. Proof-like surface. If the coin has unusually deep luster or mirrored fields, you may be looking at something special. 6. Double strike or misalignment. Check for doubling on letters, or signs of being struck twice. Even a minor error can multiply value, and most importantly, never clean a coin. Send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC if you suspect something valuable. Scene 6. Legends in your pocket. Every coin tells a story. Most get spent without a second glance. But once in a while, one slips through the cracks. A coin that shouldn't exist. A piece of metal transformed by accident, mystery, or fate into something priceless. The 1996 Liberty quarter dollar is not just currency. It's a story. It's a legend. It's a time capsule from the United States Mint and a reminder that even in the most ordinary of places the most extraordinary treasures can hide. And maybe, just maybe, the next record-breaking coin is sitting right now in your pocket. If you were fascinated by this story, make sure to hit like, tap subscribe, and ring the bell icon to join the community of passionate collectors and history hunters. Leave a comment and tell us, have you ever found a strange or rare coin? What's your most valuable find? Stay tuned for more stories from the numismatic underground, and never forget to check your change, because treasure might be closer than you think. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep believing.